Police have descended on Melbourne's city square to forcibly remove Occupy protesters and their camping equipment that had been stationed there for over a week. Sky News Melbourne Bureau Chief Aaron Young filed this report from the city's town hall.
The scene here in Melbourne at the moment is both tense and chaotic. Police began removing the protesters around 11:30 this morning. Now, for the past 6 or 7 days, have been located over here at the city square. You could call it somewhat of a tent embassy. Now, around 11:30 this morning, police erected those huge fences. They pushed many of the protesters and dragged them onto Swanston Street behind me in front of trams. Police then used the horses to push these protesters away. Right now, the protesters continue to protest on the other side of busy Collins Street. They're now in front of the town hall and making their protest very much heard and very much known. Now, the protesters are certainly angry. They're the Occupy Wall Street protesters. We've seen a number of concerns and problems like this right across the world, but certainly here the decision by the Premier and also the Lord Mayor Robert Doyle to move these protesters has angered them. They were allowed to stay here with the tents, but of course with the impending arrival of Her Majesty the Queen next Wednesday, the government and the Lord Mayor decided now was a time to shift these protesters, but it seems they are not going anywhere. Police say that they're angry about how they've reacted. There are dozens of police cars, literally 40 or 50 police cars that are lined up Flinders Lane right down Swanston Street over Collins Street as they continue to make arrests. Now, they've also brought in the dog squad. They've said that they haven't needed them so far. They've had the dogs laid out in a line to try and detract the protesters, but there is no sign that these protesters are going to give up anytime soon. Aaron Young, Sky News at the Melbourne Town Hall.